All right, Supernatural Podcast. This week's episode was Inside Man.
This week's episode was Astiel.
You know, it's one thing for Sam and Dean to say these things, but when you start getting the villains in on it, it gets kind of stupid.
Astiel.
I feel like the show is taking the piss out of itself with that.
It's the best Megatron moment we've ever had.
I guess that's true. I did like how they humiliated him in this episode, but again, that was our main villain last season. Same with like Crowley, the weenification of the big bads.
Mm-hmm.
Just sad. It seems like they took the lack of plot last week and threw it all this week, which led to some hilarious things, which didn't make it good.
Yeah,
but
I mean, at least some things happened, but yeah, there's also some real idiot moments in this one.
A lot of idiot moments.
Yeah.
So it starts out, Sam wet the bed and had a bad dream. So he goes up to see Dean.
He heard Dean yelling, "No! Season 9 didn't happen! No! No!
It's not true! That's impossible!
We still have our side characters, please! Please tell us there's more in this show alive than me and stupid Sam! No, Dean! We don't need anyone else!"
So Sam is concerned, which leads to our favorite supernatural theme, secrets. Keeping some secrets from each other. So Sam is going under the premise of going to see a French film, going actually with Castiel to go set Metatron free, because they think Metatron knows how to get rid of the Mark of Cain. Castiel this week, he was written really weird, wasn't he? It just seemed like Dean, except Castiel was saying it.
Well, not exactly, but yeah, I mean, he was more in that role, I suppose.
It didn't seem very Castiel. It didn't seem like it was a good transition to it. Not that he hasn't gone to darker places, but it just seemed strange to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely just all for whatever Sam wanted to do and the kind of shoot Megatron kind of stuff.
It seemed like he was dinking around most of the season, and then he had his plot with Jimmy's daughter, which, you know, was kind of a thing that he had, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, let's kick some ass.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like there was enough of a transition to that.
And he got to talk to Hannah and that guy.
I'm glad Hannah returned. What a great character she was. Luckily there was no popcorn bags around this time for her to fall into.
Where we're going with her anyway. Done.
So, there is a rule upstairs that Castiel can't come upstairs to heaven.
Yeah, I'm glad they worded it that way. Not allowed upstairs, Castiel. You were bad.
So they gotta get Metatron out using their inside man, which is Bobby, the great return of Bobby. Bobby!
It's like almost halfway through before you actually get to where Bobby's doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they had to do an almost 2-minute intro and then a preview of Bobby showing up before he actually does.
In Supernatural, heaven is like lame shit. Like, apparently Bobby spends eternity in the living room of his old house. That's his perfect bliss, is sitting in the stupid old house listening to the radio with dirty clothes.
I like that they...
and some whiskey.
I like that they reconciled their two versions of heaven here into one thing, which made it even more stupid than it ever was. Like, they have their sterile, clean hallway heaven, and then they have heaven is anything you want heaven. Well, it turns out it's just a sterile hallway of doors that open up to people's, I don't know, bedrooms, whatever, that
this
they
is
hang
like
out
the
in for
same
eternity.
thing as hell, where, you know, Sam found Bobby third door to the left on heaven, or in hell, and then heaven is just a big hallway as well. It's like, what the fuck? Why are they both hallways?
It was ridiculously easy for Bobby to get out there and go get Metatron.
He was find a little chain and pull it, and the angels are, what the hell? How did they get out? It's like, has this not happened all the time? I would think so. if it's just you need to pull a little chain and then your door opens.
Well, apparently they're keeping them in their own kind of cells when you think about it, but why would they have a door that leads out if it's heaven? I mean, why would they even bother having that? And you'd think if someone was just left in a room for eternity, that they would explore every part of it and eventually find that little chain.
Yeah, like, I want to know if it's more than just a stupid living room. Like, does he have anything more to it than that?
That sounds miserable. Heaven
Yeah,
seems
like,
terrible.
just his living room is just like, what the hell? Like,
This show's got it backwards. Heaven seems terrible. Hell seems like, it's not that bad, I guess. I don't know.
yeah,
Whiny.
Basement, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
They're being very inconsistent about if the basement's on Earth or if it's hell.
no, it's on Earth. It's just an
No,
extension. It's his hell embassy on Earth, you see.
In my domain, it's like, okay, you're not in hell though. Like, why do you never go there?
Because that's their set.
It's almost like they're to pretend they didn't say that though, and pretend that is hell. And it's just like, what? Don't even.
And you'd think if the angels in heaven have apparently only one prisoner, Metatron. Apparently he's the only one that they deem to hold prisoner in heaven. Though you'd think Lucifer was an angel who betrayed them, and he ended up getting locked up in hell. So it's like, well, why would Metatron just go to hell? Why do they keep him in jail in heaven? That doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
And you'd think if he's the one prisoner that they got to keep track of, they wouldn't leave him alone when all the people come out of their little rooms in the hallway. They're like, oh no, a bunch of people got out. And I don't know what Bobby told them so quickly that they're like, yeah, let's go, because they were in heaven. Why would they want to leave anyway? And I don't even really understand
because they suck. It's like, because their heavens are apparently one room things that they lived in on an Earth anyway. It's like, oh man. Where did you go a lot when you were alive? Oh, the bar? That's your heaven. Oh yeah, the fucking bar is my heaven.
What if the twist is like it's just a cube-esque facility, none of them died, it's just a bunch of rooms all in a big cube together?
Does the hallway magically grow when someone else dies? Like,
I don't know how
how does
does
that
this
work?
work?
It's like listed like alphabetically, I guess, but you know, like if someone else dies, to know where they go. Oh,
So no one's watching Metatron. They get him out, and then Bobby, I don't know, is left to be thrown into jail.
Jail.
It apparently wouldn't be that hard to break him out, so I don't know why they're even worried.
I did love the line, "Heaven is a freaking jail."
Yeah, that guy was great, the psychic guy.
Yeah.
I'll go get my crap.
Yeah, get my crap.
He had some of the best lines.
They got a psychic so they could talk to Bobby through his heavenly radio.
Why does he have a radio? Could heaven not spring for cable for him?
Yeah.
He has a radio.
The psychic saw like, oh, well, what are you going to do if I don't do this for you? And Sam's like, you're the psychic. You tell me. And he's like, I'll go get my crap. But I like to imagine that he just saw the future as Sam going, please! I need to help Jeannie! That seems really annoying. I'll go get my crap.
Sam's an asshole in this. Like Bobby's like, well, what happens? They're going to be coming after me. Is there a way to slow them down? He's like, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, like, Bobby.
they're just like, oh,
Thanks.
Well, I guess we're ruining the rest of your existence, Bobby. I hope you're okay with that.
I'm proud of you, sons.
Like, there's a possibility their stupid heavens are at least bigger than a one-room thing, but I don't know. But, I mean, at least it's not something worse, which apparently they're willing to condemn Bobby to by having him break Megatron out of jail. And get Casshole up there anyway, too.
And they shoot Megatron in the leg. And,
yeah, they take his grace out.
Yeah, they take his grace out, and then they make him mortal. And then they're like, we're gonna...
He's being all cocky, so that's kind of nice. It's like,
yeah.
I'm so good. Oh, my grace!
It's great because he was an annoying villain anyway, but it brings out the the weaknesses of season 9 in particular, because he was the big bad, and this is kind of what he's reduced to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck that season anyway.
One of the many, many weaknesses of that season. He was taken out with the old tape recorder gag, so I really can't say this is much of a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
And so Castiel...
Anyway, so, yeah, I don't care if they belittle the villain of the worst season ever.
And Castiel, whose newfound grace is apparently not wearing off as fast as the other one. They show no signs of it wearing off. Megatron says there's some of his old grace left, his original grace, so he's like, I'll show you, let's go find it. So that's another reason for Castiel to not be involved with the main plot again.
Yeah, him and Megatron's wacky road trip.
See, that was one of the things that was nice about this episode. Not only did they separate Dean and Sam for a bit, and they each had things going on, but they had Castiel involved with it, with the main plot line.
They're always better when they do somewhere they get separated. It's just they don't do it enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you get sick of them. Because once they were together, like any of the scenes where they were together is about secrets and being idiots, and just like, oh, it's the weakest part of this episode. Pretty much is them together. Like, fuck off. Yeah, I like more seeing Sam team up with Castiel, and you got to have Dean have a scene with Crowley again.
See, the thing with that though is just they're back to hanging out at the bar again with the King of Hell. Like, that's really sad.
Yeah, but I kind of liked that all right, just because Dean and Crowley have this weird relationship now. It's one of the things I'm okay with.
Mm. That probably was the least dumb part of Crowley in the episode.
Yeah, because I was getting so sick of the him and his mother thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
they were resolving that, which was nice, but it was also, it seems like they're trying to fix it a little bit, which is fine. But also, like, Rowena is just like... no wonder he's such a wiener, because she's much more of a wiener than he is. Like, she's like... crying because he's kicking her out. All he's doing is making her move someplace else. He's not even hurting her or punishing. All he's saying is like, "Hey, Mom, get out of my house."
Yeah.
And she's like bawling.
It's like the reverse of the usual, of like living in your mother's basement. She's living in her son's basement.
They're just the role reversal there of the sad sack loser mom living in the loser's basement.
But yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that, she's saying like, oh no, Sam and Dean are undermining your authority. Your people will rebel because you're weak. And it's like, she's been doing that the whole time she's been there. Being bad, undermining his authority. Like, oh, I'm fucking with everyone. I'm killing people. Can't do anything. I'm your mom. It's like, that makes him look good. So it's like, yeah, fucking get rid of her.
There has to be a hell of a good payoff for her character to be worth it, and I don't think it will be, because there could have been 2 different instances that she could have been killed in this episode that would have been strong storytelling, I think. Like, if Dean had killed her, because he's going all dark with the mark, or if Crowley had killed her at the end there, to be like, look, I'm Crowley, this has been kind of stupid, you're a terrible mother, kills her. You wouldn't see it coming. It'd be great.
Yeah, actually, that would have been really good if he had people around and he killed her in front of them. Like, just to show he's the boss again. Like, after having that talk with Dean. Mm-hmm. That would have been really good. Because
the only thing that I liked about Rowena before... Well, I mean, I do like the actress's performance. I just wish it wasn't so redundant all the time.
Her character went downhill quick.
Yeah, the thing that I liked was that it was an antagonist that wasn't a demon or an angel. But they haven't really been utilizing the witchcraft stuff very well either. When they introduced her, it started, and then once she got captured and just hung out at Crowley's place, just nothing. She does some witchcraft stuff, but it's not anything impressive or that exploratory of it. Like, she started to do some spell this week that didn't work on Dean because he had the mark, and that now she's going to try and get the mark off of him.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. It's very weak sauce.
I did like that they had that talk, and Dean giving him life advice was funny, but it's like at least it worked, and he's like, family's the people who actually care about you, not just your blood. So he's like, Mom, you're kicked out, get a job. No, Crowley.
I just wish that Crowley would stop kind of floating in
Like limbo
between
of being a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah, because if he's going to be friends with Sam and Dean or whatever he is to them, he can't keep being the king of hell. It's just this weird thing where it's like, well, he's just a really bad king of hell and he's a really bad friend, ally, whatever. He's not really much of anything. You can't have both.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to ruin either, so they don't make him go on either side.
It's very non-committal, so it's just floating in the ether.
Yeah, it's gotten annoying at this point. You need to move somewhere with them, because it's like they've been playing with that ever since, they did that cure a demon thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like they've been afraid to go full out with it, or
yeah,
what?
He just sits around being bored and drinking all the time. It's like he's as tired of it as we are.
Yeah. It's like, move on, do something with the character. I don't care what it is, just make a commitment and go somewhere with them.
I liked the letter at the end from Bobby. That was good because otherwise, if his last appearance was just like he just opened something up for Castiel,
It better
stupid,
not be, honestly, because if that's his last appearance, they ended it with Bobby sitting back in his little heaven living room, like at the end, like, oh yeah, everything's all right, and then you see the stupid heaven police come in and like, under arrest.
No, I meant last appearance in the episode, not. But yeah, that's true. But I liked the letter because he was telling them secrets are a bad idea. Don't do this behind his back, which is what he'd always been doing anyway.
Better mean something, like,
oh yeah,
better be the star of the next episode. Sam tells him, because otherwise it's as hollow as Kevin's thing. You remember that
what was the last thing with Kevin again?
When he was the ghost, and then he told them, you guys should basically stop the secrets crap, just be honest. And then they're like, yeah, and then they're like, yeah, no, and they went right back to the status quo after they got rid of him. It was like, well, that was a piss poor effort. They just made that whole thing meaningless by ignoring what he said. It could have at least had some meaning if they listened to him.
I have this sneaking suspicion, and I might be entirely wrong. It's possible. But I have this suspicion that something is going to happen with Dean's character at the end of the season where either Jensen Ackles leaves or becomes a different character. And I could be completely wrong with this, but my suspicions are because of this whole, like, demon inhabiting... He's inhabiting his own vessel kind of thing, that maybe they're doing something with that. Like, maybe after so long, it's going to be the change-up. This could be just a wild, stupid guess that's not going to happen, but they're so stuck on the status quo, that's the thing. If it's true, though, and it sounds crazy and it's true, then this will be posterity here on this podcast.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
She said it.
She got it right. Or, that's stupid that she'd think that they would change anything on the show. Back to the bunker. Here we go again. Overall, how would you rate this episode?
SDL. Nah, give it an SDL out of let me get my crap.
Honestly, I kind of recommend this episode for just being stupid. At least we could laugh at it. I thought I'd be mad at it, but I really can't be at this point for this one.
I liked seeing Bobby again, but I mean, it felt not enough.
No, I didn't really. Honestly, it should have meant more, and it didn't really. I mean, I didn't hate seeing Bobby, but it's...
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it's nice, but it wasn't as good as it should have been.
The episode did have a lot of hilarious stuff in it. So
it better mean there's going to be a follow-up, because that's really piss poor that he's getting stuck in heaven jail or something.
I
And
think
that
there will
just
be. I
like,
don't think
oh,
they'd
just
leave it
fucked
that
up
way.
his afterlife. Lol, I don't know what to do with Dean's mark.
I don't think they'll leave it that way. I think there'll be a conclusion, and hopefully it'll be a better use of Bobby than here. But
Yeah.
because he didn't, all he did was interact through radio or letters. He didn't really have any scenes with them. You know, it's kind of a shame.
Mm-hmm.
So, Astiel.